Can you hear
So
me?
anyway, that's why I had to stop using the cream. It just made everything worse. Oh crap! It's 9
Well,
o'clock.
I mean, the cream is supposed to. Um, yeah, I don't know what that means. Hey, what's up, Jonathan?
Hey, what's up?
What's going
Hi,
on? I was having some browser problems. That's why I'm a little late, but I guess I'm not that late. So I don't know.
browser. I barely know her.
Ah,
What does that mean? Welcome to
look,
the chat, everybody. In the chat, I mean, welcome chat to the everybody. No, welcome everybody, chat to the live
yeah,
stream.
yeah. Look at that big chart to
Look
the
at it.
to the right of our faces.
Yeah, we're gonna have a lot of fun today. I used just for anybody that's interested. I use Adobe XD. That's the web design program, but I use it for everything, man. That's how I make all my thumbnails, and then I'll like edit some stuff in Photoshop. But this is such a great program. Downside to StreamYard is you can't just like select a section of a window. You have to do the whole thing. So you don't just disregard all of the pieces over here on the right and left. But whatever. Design
Right.
this thing. It's a tier list. Today's live stream, we are going to, thanks to DZF23 for the suggestion up here, we are going to basically rank personally our favorite lines from the NECA Turtles.
Yes. But before we do that, if you can just fucking slow down for 5 seconds, because first of all, you jumped way too quickly into the chat. You as soon as the thing started, this thing was already up on the board. Okay, give people a chance to just acclimate for fucking 5 seconds and let you know that it's your happy birthday stream.
Oh.
Okay, so before it's not all business. We don't just jump in. Hey, let's do the tier thing.
No, it was
It's your
just like
birthday.
a nice hot intro, and then we would kind of relax and just let people know what this is about.
Right. No, I know, but you're a little too hot out the gate, John, and I don't know if I like it. Okay, I don't know if I like new in your 40s. You know what I mean? Like in your 30s, you were kind of like a relaxed dude. You were more go with the flow, and now that you're hitting the like a new decade, you're a little. It's a little tense, and I don't know if I signed up for it.
What
So
does
yeah.
that mean for my content then? If I'm now a little more extreme.
I mean, your content is already pretty extreme. So, is it like does your content become more philosophical now? Like
Oh.
because you're a little wiser? Like is it like how Dave Chappelle you used to just do jokes and then he kind of became more of a philosopher
Yeah.
as he grew? Is that what's gonna happen? Like will we get Dragon Ball Z reviews, but also we'll learn about life or something?
Hey, you know what? Only time will tell.
All right.
So, thank you everybody in the chat talking about my birthday, which was Wednesday, the 5th, not today.
Did you
But
do anything cool?
this lovely lady came in, but you can't see her because the chart is over her.
No, the chart.
Not the chart.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. So on my birthday, I recorded videos. I did the same thing I always do.
Okay. Well, that's cool. That's a cool birthday. I'm still waiting for my Roge.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh man. Well, the replacement heads that they are sending out, you got to contact them. By the way, if anybody has this rogue with the weird eyeballs, you got to contact them. They'll send it out, and that's for any I guess issues. Somebody got a full rogue replacement for whatever was wrong with theirs.
Oh, it already came in? Wow.
Well, I don't know if that came in, but they got a confirmation of the shipping thing. I think the heads are going to be like July or August or something. So anyway,
Okay.
everybody in the chat, we got a lot of people here. We got Super Mario Brothers 3 showing up yesterday and today. I think today. Yeah, 8:17 a.m. Blomp. We got Video Power Gaming. Hello, welcome. Thank you for being here for the holothon. We got TiVo, Starman, Art, Rabbit, Samurado. We got E. Leo, Robert Alessandrini, Wizard, DZA. There you go. Thanks for the suggestion, by the way. PNC, we got Rob. I'm drunk, but click it if it's oh gosh. 9 a.m. drunk, but probably not in the U.S. I'm guessing. We got Cad, Jeff
Okay.
White, TMNT 1987, Mr. Crispix, Jay, Reluctant Adult Podcast. Well, hello. That's the dynamic duo.
Whoa.
That's not us. How about that?
Hello.
We've got who else? Who's here? Who did I not say? Durant, Tony Taponi, Miguel. Thank you for the birthday. Brad, Vector, Master Splinter himself, here to teach us why
What?
things. Makinita, Tristan. Oh my gosh, controversial toy. So many people. Mr. Ozone. I thought I'd be done by now. We got a cougar in the chat. Hello.
Hey. Cougar McGillicuddy.
Just Allen. James, Ramiro, Froku. I think we got everybody. Thomas Goes Nostalgic. Hello. I'll save you guys some time. The musical mutagen tour is S tier. Yeah. So the musical. Nope. The musical mutagen tour is on NECA's thing underneath the movie stuff. So I guess that's technically right. So we're just going to classify them that way as well. But I did separate the Universal Monsters because it is under the movie listing, but it's so drastically different that I didn't think that was fair to categorize them that way. Because some people are all in on movie, but then don't do Universal, and then the other way around. You know, they're like, I don't really do turtle stuff, but I love Universal Monsters.
Yeah, true that.
So thanks everybody for being here. Andy, I think just showed up. Ethan, good God. Vexen Toys, hello. Gotham Stalker, God, quit, stop, people. Video Power Gaming gave you $10 to tell me happy birthday.
Johnny, happy birthday. I think it's sweating.
I don't know how to feel about that. Like, I guess thank you for the kind words.
Well, he said that was a happy birthday for Johnny New Toys. That's not necessarily you, unless you are claiming that you know Johnny New Toys is you.
Well,
I mean, it could be for a completely
Johnny New
different
Toys is me, as coined, name coined by the one and only Ryan Dole. And if a Canadian gives you a nickname, you take it.
That's true. That is true. Well, thank you. Thank you, Video Power Gaming.
Yeah, you son of a bitch. And he's like 20 minutes from me.
I know he sold you out.
He could have gave me $10 in my hand.
He might just slip $10 under your door. You don't know.
Well, I hope so.
Then you don't have to pay YouTube anything.
I don't know. I opened the door to look down, and there's like $5 with YouTube's name on it. I'm like, what? How'd they do that? Anyway, hello everybody. Mint with Cards. I'm here. Notice me, senpai. Whoa. So hey, how was your week?
Yeah. My week sucks.
Oh,
my week has been sucking because I've been moving.
Yeah,
and
it doesn't look like you've managed to go anywhere from last live stream behind you to today.
I haven't really touched this. This will be real easy, but it's when you move, there's like this feeling of like it's like a feeling like things are not getting better, even though they are, because it's so incremental. Like I'm moving, and it's like more boxes and more boxes and more boxes, and like I'm like, why isn't this place looking like it's emptying out? I live in a 2-bedroom apartment. There's not that much square footage. You know what I mean? But like it's like this, like you just look at, you have to just do shit day by day, because like I don't know, like when you just look at it and you survey it, you're like, this still needs a lot of fucking work. And so I'm paid really bad.
It's really bad if you go all around the apartment trying to like fill boxes. You have to stick and do room by room, because otherwise you start putting stuff in a box and you're like, oh, I'm gonna go get some other stuff to put in this box. You walk in the other room and you go, oh my God, we haven't even done anything.
That's exactly the feeling. That's the anxiety that I'm getting, is like I'll focus on one area and I'm like, okay, I'm making headway, but then I'll go, I'll drift to another area and I'm like, nothing has been done here. And I'm never going to leave, and I'm never going to escape, and I'm just going to be just stuck here for the rest of my life. And it's like, and so you feel that, and like all of these incremental expenses, of turning this on and this has to go and moving this and gas. We need to go with the gas and we need some more boxes. Oh, we need a lot of tape and this and that. They just add up. And yeah, it sucks, man. Just like, and your weekends are done when you start. Like, it's just like weekend and pack, but it's fucking killing me.
Yep. I hate it. And I'm sorry you have to go through this.
Yeah, no, that's all right. When was the last time you moved? How long have you been in your current place?
Well, I was on a roll there for a while. So 2016, I moved to Florida. 2017, I moved to a different part of Florida. 2018, I moved up here. So it's like we'd only stay in a place for a year, but I moved up here in 2018. So we've just stayed in this place because we've just kind of been sick of moving around a lot. And there was a lot of debate of before renewing our lease this year of finding a 3-bedroom place just to have all the extra stuff.
Yeah, sure.
But it was going to be like a $500 difference for that extra room. And it's just like, as irritated and frustrated as I get when I run out of space, I'm not going to spend the $500 a month to do that.
$500 a month, an extra a month, if it's not like a place you're gonna own, is kind of like a hit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if it like it'd be different if it's like, yeah, if or it's not like, I mean, a 3rd bedroom is very good.
Right.
But yeah, it's like you have to.
It's like $2,000 a month at that point, just throwing it away essentially.
Yeah, rent is brutal when you think about it. That you're just paying somebody else's fucking thing.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. It's like it's a brutal concept.
Yeah, and then like with apartments, there's all these forced things like pay the amenities fees for like a gym and a pool and stuff. So which is great, especially if you don't use it. And then there's a $30 trash pickup fee because they decided to just have like a door service, which was I was fine paying $10 a month and just taking it myself to the dumpster. Well, now it's $30 a month plus there's like a city recharge fee of another $5. So it's $35 a month just to throw away garbage.
Yeah. No.
Anyway,
it's
not to be downers. We got Video Power Gaming switching channels like a boss to the Birthday Boys channel, giving me the $10 directly and said he'd also buy me a birthday beer next time he sees me, which is great. Last time I saw him was like middle of the day, so like 2:00 or something. So that's going to be an early beer.
There you go.
I'll take it. I'll get an old duels.
Oh, did you really not do any celebratory, like fun, crazy, do some Coke shit? Like, or you just.
No, this isn't California, man. We don't do the Coke or Florida. No, more about, I went to a ramen place that I really enjoy, but just to find out that it was recently bought. So they have new owners and the reviews are still really good. And the food is good, but it went up $2. So it was like $15 for a bowl of ramen and the flavor just wasn't quite the same. And there's less in the bowl. So it's just like, oh, this is kind of a bummer.
Yeah, it's a bummer, man. You need that bowl to be nice and full.
Yeah. Controversial Toys came into your chat if you want to read.
At least you know when you get everything in the house. Nostalgia can help you unbox it, pun intended. Johnny, you want to come over and just help me just like
yeah, it's all content though. It'll be like a 48-hour nonstop live stream of me unboxing stuff.
Oh my God, you would get so annoyed at me by hour 3. You'd be like, why the fuck do you have this?
Yeah,
like
didn't I already open these?
Yeah, it would be, you would hate me more than you do already by hour.
I don't know if that's possible.
3. Wow.
Don't be like that. I think I could hate you more.
There's always more.
So folks, this is a fun one. I think we're gonna get into some fun time stuff. What am I trying to say? We're gonna rank all the NECA stuff. Okay, if people seem to enjoy this, if this is a good time program. How did I get that one set up? That was weird. Let me.
Hey, he threw me away.
Yeah, I did. In the garbage.
Garbage.
In your garbage. Okay. All right. It's as big as we need it to be. It's as big as I can get it, really, I think. That's what she said. Talking about a penis. Anywho, so we're going to rank all these things. We're going to do NECA, only NECA. I'm going to need you to keep an eye on the chat, by the way, because I have this thing covering up the screen. I can
keeping an eye on the chat. Don't worry, I got your back. I got your 6, bro.
Okay, so we got these little. I made these little cards, and we can move them around. We're gonna rank. Obviously, if you think a couple things are S tier, you can do that. That's up to you. I don't care. You don't have to do one for each. You could put all of them in one. That would be super boring and pathetic. So don't do that. But you can do whatever you want. I'm not going to judge you for being an idiot. So as you can see, we got me on the left, Matt Hanner on the right. And we're just going to go through these and we'll talk about it throughout. We'll check some chat throughout. But the fun thing here is that it's limited to NECA. So if everybody enjoys this later down the road, we can start looking at other lines and because you can't really put Playmates in with this, I don't think. Maybe you could.
If this should be its own thing, and then maybe we can start bringing in other Turtle Company lines.
Yeah, or other stuff altogether. We could do who makes the, who's doing Marvel the best. Mafex, Mezco, Marvel Legends, Hasbro stuff.
Mondo. I say Mafex. All right.
Yeah, I think Mafex. I think because Mezco, they have some great stuff, like their Cable and their Doctor Doom is incredible. But because they always lean into soft goods, that sometimes it's like, that doesn't really work. Doesn't really.
Yeah, the problem is that they are always fully committed to soft goods, and then sometimes it's just hard to like I think of like that Cyclops. I don't know, maybe it's different in hand, but it just kind of looks like pajamas when I look at them. Like,
yes, well, the Spider-Man's the same way.
Yeah. So I don't know, but you're right. It's like they have to commit to that.
Unless it's cartoon turtles.
Well, the cartoon turtles have some soft good stuff on them.
No.
What do you mean no?
No, there's no the cartoon turtles from Mezco.
They have
their
little pouches are,
but no trench coats, no scarves, or anything like they did with the other set.
No, but they come with in the original set, they each come with soft goods.
Right. The original set was great. It was cool. And that was like, hey, we did something different and we stuck to our roots, which is soft goods. And then they did the cartoons and they were like, no soft goods. It's like, well, wait, that's your whole thing.
Yeah, I see what you mean. I forgot about the cartoons.
Because they should have all, like you said, come with a trench coat.
Dude, that still pisses me off that they came with no soft goods at all, like nothing.
That's what I was trying to do. I was trying to trigger the hatred. Took a second, but we got there. Whew. All right, so again, thank you DZF23 for the idea. We're gonna jump in here. Let's just start. We'll go. I don't know. Top. We'll go as you read. Top left to right.
This is DZF23's idea. So if this fucking sucks, we can just blame him.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, cool.
But if it rules, we take 75% of the credit.
Got it. Copy that.
So let's start with the cartoon line. Not the cartoon. I'm an idiot. The video game line. I was just looking at him. This is the video game line. Look at the text that I wrote, Jonathan. Johnny Idiot Toys. So we got the video game line, which was very short-lived, apparently. They made all these things. I don't know. You could probably do more, right? Like you'd probably want Bebop and Rocksteady that aren't the time traveling pirate.
A non-pirate Bebop and Rocksteady would be nice.
You have some of these, right?
I have all of these.
Okay.
I have everything pretty much on this whole page. Everything that I can see, pretty much. I'm sick with this. This is disgusting.
Yeah, it's not okay.
No.
So we have the pixels all over those things. So that for me, when I see them in stores, it doesn't quite hit the mark for me. I'm like, okay, the pixels, painted pixels on a 3D sculpt doesn't really fit the bill, I will say. I'd rather just do no pixels, just theme it by them, or find a way to sculpt them to look like pixels, 8-bit or 16-bit.
Sure.
But you have these things, so your opinion is a little different. So let's start with you. Where do you want to rank these things over here on your list?
Okay, so just a question about ranking. Can you fill many things in the same slot? Like, could you have multiple things in B slot, or like
Yeah.
it doesn't have to
So
be
if you
like one?
rewind to the beginning, I explained that.
All right,
Go back
John.
to the
Well, you know
live
what?
stream and rewind it
Okay, well,
before you started going on about how 40-year-old me is different.
okay, well, first of all, Mr. Anal that can't explain things twice. It's 6 in the morning, so there's
Yes,
nothing that's
you could put
registering in
all of
my
them into
brain.
one tier, and then I made a joke
Okay,
about you could do that, but that would be boring. I won't judge you for doing that, but
okay, all
you're an
right,
idiot.
all right. So let's go video game. I'm gonna say now. I will say this is with the caveat that all of this stuff, guys, all of the stuff here is beloved to me because I bought it all and I love the NECA TMNT line. So even if it's an F tier, it's still F in regards to stuff that I really like. So it's just basically the worst of the stuff I really like. Okay. So there's no, I don't think there's any losers on this tier. Okay. Um, that being said, the video game, I there are some choices that are questionable. I love this in theory, but there are things like you said, the Bebop and Rocksteady, the lack of like a Turtle Arcade Shredder that I don't love. You know what I mean? Meaning like they only put them in a 4-pack. They didn't do a single release of them. That kind of bothers me. So I'm gonna put this one. I'm gonna put this one in B tier.
Okay.
Yeah.
Pretty comfortable. You can always move something if you really start to think about it. I don't think we I don't know. It's open to moving if you really think that something feels off. Um, but yeah, so
Yeah.
for me with the game stuff, like I said, all the issues I have with the pixels and things like that, it does seem kind of crazy that they released the Four Brothers and then they did the Four Brothers again, but this time they have boards. I guess that's also how you got the spinning thing for Mikey, which oh,
Yeah, they
man,
had the little, which were cool, just the little,
yeah.
not skateboards, the
But
hoverboards.
please give us the spinning bow thing for Mikey in the VHS pack. So for me, I'm gonna put them uh down here. Down here. They just I don't own any of them, and
Wow.
nothing about them is enough for me to own them.
Wow, okay. I that's wow, E is pretty bad. But yeah, you don't own any of them, so you're really not in on them at all. Um, I will say too, just to piggyback on what you're just saying is like, one of the things that does bother me. Honestly, now that I'm thinking about it, this could have been a C for me. Now that I think, but it's not. I will say this: it's not the figures themselves. The figures themselves are cool, but like the choices that are made, like TiVo 67, mentioned the shark, from Tournament Fighters,
Ooh, yeah.
Armagon or whatever. Um, it's like, okay, cool, but then they just make him. Like they literally created a Tournament Fighters box for one guy. All
Right.
right. No more tournament fighters. No, so to me, it's less of like bad quality of the figures. It's just that like the inconsistency of like that's it. It's so inconsistent
Yeah.
that it's hard to get on board.
It's like their moment of being a Super 7 company.
Yeah,
Here's
yeah,
some weird versions and some randoms, and we're done.
yeah, very random. Um, this is a good suggestion though here, John. DZF23 maybe said a favorite figure from each category. Do you have a favorite? I know you're not really in on this, but do you have one that you at least? I think I might have one.
Aside from Armagon or whatever his name is being gone from the is there what else is missing from this video game? Anything?
What do you mean missing
Is
from
there
tournament
something I'm
fighting?
not unaware of that would be here? Because you have like the electric shock, you got foot soldiers, you got two versions of a shredder.
Oh, I'm having a hard time seeing
I
like
know.
everything
I'm
on there.
sorry.
No, no. I'm just because I'm trying to figure out what might be missing. I don't
I would
know.
probably go with Armagon, which I think he was probably a loot crate or something, wasn't he?
Yes, he was a loot crate,
Just
yeah.
because of the nostalgia for the tournament fighters, and because that's like the only time he's going to exist.
Yeah. Yeah. Um, I would go. I really do like the foot soldiers in this line. My guy Bushman got me a pink one
That's right.
that never got released. He got packed up, but sculpt wise, I don't know. Between the foot soldiers and I do like the Leatherhead. Leatherhead
Yeah.
is really he's pretty cool. So
So that's your boy.
that's my guy,
All right.
Leatherhead.
Well, on to the Universal monsters. Do you want to talk to chat at all? Do you want to see what they're saying in between rounds here?
I have been looking through the chat. That's where I got some suggestions, but let's keep going. You got the ouch. I think he was ouching your E ranking. I made this where the game turtle is the same as the original cartoon turtle sculpts. Were they the same sculpt?
Yeah.
Faces were different.
But I think the faces are from the
I think the bodies
original
may have
sets.
been. What happened?
Aren't the heads the original set? Like the original 2-packs where you can't swap the parts out?
No, I don't think. I think they had it. I think the tooling was different,
Okay.
but I think the bodies were the same. I gotta look at one. Wasn't Arcade Shredder bundled in a box with other knickknack stuff? Well, yeah. Original Arcade Shredder came bundled with 3 foot soldiers, a white one, an orange one, and I think just purple. But I do like that Arcade Shredder. I just wish they would have just made him a single pack. I was like, Shredder. It just goes to show you how they don't give a shit about that line when they put a major character like Shredder as a 4-pack in an exclusive for Comic Con.
Yeah.
You can't get Shredder alone. Like it's like, or at
So
least in a 2-pack.
in this image, they have the one you're talking about up here. But then there's this Shredder. Is this the pinball crate Shredder?
I can't see him so well, but if he has multiple colors, it might be the Turtles in Time Shredder.
Oh, okay. Probably Turtles in Time then.
Yeah, Turtles in Time sold as a single, but like I don't like the colors very much on Turtles in Time. It's just way too colorful. But yeah, oh yeah, pink. There we go. Oh, my guy Derek Chandler's here. Morning, folks. Hello, sir. Alpha Magnus says some knockoff company needs to make all the Loot Crate exclusives.
Yeah.
Sure, that's probably coming. Hear me out. Jada Toys TMNT tournament fighters. Ooh, I wouldn't mind that. I wouldn't mind Jada Toys taking a stab at Turtles.
Yeah.
Jada.
I mean, they probably could get it because it seems like they just hand that license to everybody.
Yeah. No, that's true. Rio Hazuki 99 says it could have done so better with the video game figures, and I don't own any because the line seemed daft. Daft Punk? All right, Jonathan, you want to keep going?
Universal monsters. So we got everybody except for Shredder. Of course, no Bebop, Rocksteady, no Kino. But we have Casey, we got April, we got all the turtles. We got 2 turtles that got doubled up. So Leo as a hunchback, Leo as the creature. Then you got Raphael as Frankenstein's monster and Wolfman. It's a beautiful line. And I'll go first this time. And we'll just alternate.
Sure.
So I think art-wise, this is some of NECA's best. So when they get to do movie stuff, now they're playing in a realm that's kind of unique because there's no reference piece for Leo as the creature, right? Unless somebody paints it up like Daniel Horn, who does all the box art for that stuff. Very famous monsters artist. So I think they're beautiful. And some of them are spectacular, like Michelangelo. I think that Casey Jones is great. Comes with that soft goods. I don't have the creature or the Wolfman, but they do look really good. I am going to say that because they're so unique that it takes a very particular person to want to buy them or keep them. And I've kind of gotten rid of most of them. I love them art-wise, design-wise. I'm going to put them at a B tier because it's kind of like we're also missing some figures. Maybe, I mean, it seems like there's some motion with it since they redid 2 of the Turtles, but I wonder if that
Mhm.
was just like backlash if people didn't like those 2 original releases, but I'd love to see Shredder.
That's not B is pretty solid, I would say. Man, you know what I'm fearing that all my stuff is just going to be clustered up into the top. I just I love the NECA turtle line, so I don't have any. I, I I don't expect like low rankings from me. You know what I mean? This is my thing. This is I started my channel based on this whole company's attempt. So it's going to be a tough one. Um, Universal Monster. I love the sculpts on this. Um, Although I will say, as I was moving, I did break one of Raphael's sais, his lightning sai. So the brittleness of some of this plastic, it's just fresh in my brain. But they're very creative.
Yeah.
I will say probably I can't think of like a better right now, like a better crossover. Like this is I'm gonna give this. Oh man, I'm gonna be fucking lame. I'm gonna have to give this an A. Okay, because
Whoa.
like I can't think of a better crossover. I love the Universal Monsters. Okay, I've picked up the Universal Monsters pretty regularly, and if you can tell me like a better if you could tell me a better crossover, a more creative crossover than the Universal TMNT, maybe I would change my ranking. But like as far as crossovers go, what's better than that? Like I'm judging it in that regard.
The wrestling figures with Ninja Turtle attire.
The wrestling, yeah,
Yeah, you don't know this one?
yeah.
The
Sure.
Mattel stuff where they have
Yeah.
like, oh, it's so stupid.
Yeah. Those are beautiful. I will say the Turtles of Grayskull are really good. They're kind of
Yes.
getting
Yeah.
they're
Yeah.
they're getting up there. But yeah.
I would
Oh
love
man.
that line that gets handed off to NECA to say, okay, now make some based off of the artwork on all of our stuff. So take the painting and the sculpting, take it all very seriously and put your efforts into it where we are um kind of entry level toys. We're making just toys that are plastic. There's no paint really. We want a
Sure.
NECA version that is fully painted, looks like it's pulled from the artwork. That would
Sure.
be
Yeah,
incredible.
yeah. Can I put the video game one into C tier? It's bothering me.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Closer
Yeah,
you get down to here that people were upset with, the better.
no, no, only because like I'm now trying to be more comprehensive, and I'm thinking about not just the quality of the line, but
Yep.
also how this line like has it fulfilled expectations and has it been handled well? And
Right.
like it's bugging me like now that I'm thinking about like man, like
Yeah.
there's so many
Yeah.
missed opportunities.
I think it's fair to put more of a gap between Universal and video game.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like there shouldn't be like Universal should not be one above video games for me. So yeah.
Yeah. I think that's totally fair. And there was something in the chat that I wanted to. Gosh, what was it? It's going. I think chat's just going a little faster.
Was it
Oh, somebody.
contrary? Okay.
I don't think this was it. But did Elvira make the list? If they put her in the Ninja Turtle space, heck yeah. But this is
Yeah,
all
it was only
Toon
Ninja Turtles.
only, or yeah, TMNT only. Sorry. So we do need to say which of the monsters is our favorite figure. So for me, I think I'm gonna lock it in and stick with Michelangelo as the mummy.
Oh. Oh, man. That might be mine.
It's one of the first ones that came out, if not the first one. So it's maybe harder to remember some of that stuff. It was Mikey and April that came out. They
Yeah.
were both. April was really really good as well. I think the likeness on that actually looks better than the movie face.
My problem with the April is I wish they used the face that they did for her in the art. Like the art card is amazing. By the
Yeah.
way, I've been on the record so many times with that line that the artists that made
Daniel
the
Horn.
covers, they should just sell prints of like those they're beautiful.
I know Daniel Horn does have a website. There's just not a lot of stuff
Daniel
on it. It
Horn,
seems to
okay.
be that he does all his other stuff is listed. Maybe he sells that stuff at conventions if he does those. Surely he goes to like, well, I guess he wasn't at that horror convention you went to.
No, he was not. That would be a perfect place to sell that stuff.
Yeah.
Like those prints, those Daniel Horn prints should be sold as prints. Like they're beautiful. Like I would buy all of them and frame them.
Yeah, I mean, Ben Bishop, I ordered the First to Fall Raphael from him, and I wanted
Oh, that's right.
the card signed by him. So he had like separate prints that he could sign versus sign in the box. I was like, well, the figure's the figure. I want the art side of that. So there's like a little like the exact almost the exact same size as the front of the box. And then it's just pure artwork, and it's got some like metallic coatings to it. Looks really, really good.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You didn't do a review. I was on the fence about the Ben Bishop. Um, I really liked it, but I was like at the time I just didn't want to like spend the extra. But
Yeah, I know.
yeah, it's beautiful.
If you bought a Donatello from him, people were getting them last Monday.
Yeah,
So
that's crazy,
yeah, it's
dude.
weird. But my First to Fall Raphael came like many weeks after everybody else got him.
Okay. Dude, you got that Mikey insanely fast. Like I feel like I pre-ordered it around the same time as you, and I have not heard shit
Yeah, the Amazon
about
stuff is
it.
super weird. I pre-ordered one to help somebody that shipped me something from the UK, and that one now says July or something. So I'm like, I don't get it. But whatever.
Yeah.
They must have known it was Nostalgia Unbox, and they were like, let's give it to him.
I know you're a big star. Oh, we got a super chat. Well, actually, before that, how did you end up buying that Monster CO print? That was sick. No, I wish I can't spend 225 right now on a print like that.
Yeah, that's a lot.
I may get it at some point. I will say though that I did get stickers from that artist, which the stickers were $20 of all of the cereal monsters. So you know, I'll have to live with stickers for now. It's a beautiful print. I'm not saying it's not worth it. I just didn't, you know, I just don't have the 225 right now to burn. And also, we do have a super chat from Greg Coleman. Full in character or cosplay video coming soon. Thank you for super chat, Greg. I do want to see this Flipboard cosplay. I have been on the subject just a little slow on emails and DMs, guys. Just FYI, my life has been pretty much. I'm not going to talk about the move again, but you know, it's right after this, I go to work, and then right after work, I go pack and move. So if there's any, I'm going to be late on everything. I'm not ignoring anything. It's just everything is late. But thank you for the super chat, my friend.
Yeah,
and I can't wait to see. I can't wait to see the Flipboard cosplay.
Yeah, for sure. And I still want to know where I don't think he's ever answered us. So where he's standing in the background. It looks like a pawn shop. Looks like it's a weapons store. It's some kind of thing with a glass shelf and display. Maybe it's a toy store. I don't know. But with
No, the
muscles like
weapons
that.
store is right on top of his arms.
Yeah.
The weapons, weapons of mass destruction.
Yeah, concealed. Anywho, all right, let's get moving. We've got the Mirage line. The Mirage line's got a lot of stuff. It's crazy. There's some weird things that are going on with this line. You got an April from 15 years ago that got released and has never come back. You got the same thing with the Shredder from a exclusives or something. You got black and white turtles. You got color turtles, and then you got the Lawson turtles, as they have been called.
Ooh.
The Return to New York.
Yeah,
or whatever.
the Lawson 4-pack.
So those are beautiful, but it's like it's all such a mix and match, and it's all over the place. You got black and white, then you got blue, then you got red, then you got a different color red, and you got some blue with purple fading, and nothing matches. But then if you focus and go, all right, I'm gonna buy the Lawson turtles. Okay, great, looks awesome. I'm gonna buy this Zog. Wow, this is an absolute work of art. It's worth every penny. It's expensive, but my God, it's great. Then you buy Baxter Stockman. You're like, well, this is really good. Hopefully the Rat King, I'm confident the Rat King and the Leatherhead will be like right there with Zog as far as like this just perfect pieces of art. And then of course the Kirby technically you're putting in there. But I just it's just kind of all over. I don't want these guys. I don't want this. You know, it's kind of mix and match. The Splinter's really great, really tiny little guy. I think you got to look past some of the weird choices and just go, all right. Design-wise, the stuff that is more recent that they seem to be kind of like chugging along now versus the slow start with the early Turtles and the early Shredder in April. Like this is kind of slow. Okay, I think we're starting to pick up some pace. There's like 3 versions of Casey Jones or something. Art-wise, design-wise, sculpt-wise, like all of the beauty and talent is there now, where like that Shredder body is just so outdated. I think design quality, if you take the figures you really want, it's going to be an A tier. I think it's a beautiful line. All I have, personally, the Lawson 4-pack, Kirby, and Baxter. I don't have anything else. And don't forget the Auto T versions.
Yeah. The Auto T
Oh,
version.
you know what? Actually, I take that back. It's your turn to go first.
Well,
Who
no,
knows where I'll put it?
Well, just put it in A. You have it in A. It's fine. I agree with a lot of what you said. So Mirage is like this. NECA got into the TMNT business with Mirage. You know what I mean? Like their first thing ever that they did were Mirage Turtles, that have now since been, whenever they came out, 2000, I don't know, 6 or I don't know. They have since been knocked off many times. But that is the first. I'll always have love for it because that is the first foray into Turtles by NECA. So, and then there was a gigantic gap of time, a huge gap of time where they didn't do anything Turtles, and then the Toon line started coming in, and then and then as a result of that, or the steam or the heat that brought, then they started going back to Mirage. You know what I mean? And they've done other Mirage stuff, like they did a Mousers 3-pack, they did April, but they were like eking these out like every few years. Like it was not like a line. But I will always have love for the Mirage line. However, lately there are some questionable choices that have, I think, tainted the line a little bit, like what you were talking about. Like, do we need foot soldiers in the many colors? Like, could we focus up on like, the pink kind of coral looking turtle foot soldiers and Shredder and stuff like that? So stuff like that, inconsistency, but I will always have love for this line. And Mirage, and the Jim Lawson Turtles are still one of my favorite things ever in life, ever. So I have to put this in the A tier.
Beautiful.
Do it.
Great.
Do it.
So I think that's a great call. I just want to double check. Who was your video game selection?
Armagon. Wait, yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah, and then Mummy Mikey.
Okay.
Was
so we're the same. Okay, just making sure.
Yeah.
Cool. So yeah, there's some great stuff in here. I think if they really start like locking in and pushing out some great characters like Rat King and Leatherhead, it seems like the traction's there. They have some missteps with like Wanderer Mikey that just seems to go to clearance now, because I think people were excited to get him. The people that got him were kind of and then
The figure's okay.
Yeah,
Let's
it's
face
just
it.
okay. It's just really kind of missing something. Maybe just some accessories or something, but that's probably all just locked in with that story. Anyway, yeah, great choices. Hopefully we see some re-releases. Get that April back. What was there a version of April from the Mirage or one of the comics that kind of has that like curly hair that is like the Hispanic version or
Like
whatever?
in the comics, like made into a toy?
Yeah, they've never made that toy, right?
Oh, weirdly enough, they announced it, but,
Oh,
like, they never like,
that
they
was
said they
part of
were going to
the
do it, but they never did.
April takeover last year.
Yeah, yeah, it was, like, the last year April thing. I think they announced, like, 3 Aprils or something like that, but
Well,
I'm sure they will, but
yeah,
they
San
have
Diego
not.
Comic-Con, I think we'll see
Yeah.
the last Ronin, grandma Mikey.
Grandma April.
Grammy.
Did you mention already your favorite, Mirage, okay.
Nope. I think it's uh, it's probably Zog, even though I don't own him. That was one of those that I reviewed. It was somebody else's, then I sent it off to them, and I was like, I'm just not going to collect the Mirage line. And then the Lawson Turtles came out, and I was like, I guess I'm collecting the Mirage line. So I don't have Zog. I love him, but that is one with like mouth articulation, everything. And despite me trying, apparently you can get the grenades to latch on. So I'm going to say Zog for me.
Zog, kneel before Zog,
And that is one G, right?
the
Or is it-
1G, I
Okay.
believe.
What about you?
I think I gotta go with the Lawson Turtles. They just I don't know, like, those got me so excited when I saw them at Comic-Con, and when I got them in hand, I was like, "These are so good," and, I just love that they explored that style, and, I'll always have love for the original Mirage Turtles,
Mm-hmm.
but, I don't know, those Lawson ones are hot.
They
So,
are very nice.
I'm gonna have to give it to that 4-pack.
All right. And it's actually caused a lot of controversy. A lot of people got
Controversy.
upset about the stupid heads and saying like, no, this is only Raphael. It's like, no, just
Yeah, I
chill,
know.
bro.
I know.
Um,
Everybody was giving me shit there, because of that review.
so we've got movie turtles up next, but maybe there's a couple things in the chat. I don't know. Do you want to talk about
Let's
anybody?
take a look at the chat. Why don't you? The Mirage line is bizarre. I only have Kirby, but want that Treat King as my very mixed collections. Treat King as my very mixed collections. RK. JM with the hey yo, just tuned in. What's up, buddy? Yo JM. All I own are the Mirage Turtle single packs of dioramas. Was an impulse buy because they were cheap and look awesome. Hey everybody, I'm Merman. That Merman came in and he just introduced himself. So
Love
hi
it.
Merman. I'm Mad Hatter, and that's Johnny Nostalgia. PMP Custom Figures. Mirage is an easy A for me. So excited for later ahead. Is this the last batch of Mirage stuff from Holothon going to be widely available in the future? I don't know. I hope.
Oh yeah, anything that's not a tune is going to be available outside of Holothon. It'll be available elsewhere. That's usually how it goes anyway.
Yeah. I only got my first Mirage graphic last year. Never read them before. Have no nostalgia for them. Figures look cool, but limited space. So passing on this whole line. Smart. Redshirt Casey from Mirage. I love that. I love that Casey jump. A lot of great Mirage figures, man. I'm your boy says Zog is awesome. The black and white figures are awesome. So gorgeous. And I think we're pretty caught up.
You can turn all of the figures into black and white with a filter. You can collect them all, take a photo, and then go, look, I got all these custom black and white figures. And people will be like,
That's true.
whoa, how'd you do that? And be like, don't worry about it.
We can turn ourselves into black and white. We can have a black. John, what if we
How do
did
you
like
do that?
an old timey show at one point, and maybe we put a black and white filter, and we just talk like in that like, all right, we got the Ninja Turtle figures right here, and we just talk in that old timey way. People might
I'm
like
all
that.
about it. We'll put a high pass filter, high pass, low pass,
Hi,
high pass filter. Yeah.
Okay. You know all about how to do that?
Well, in an edited video, yeah.
Oh, well, no, it's got to be live. It's got to be like,
Uh-oh.
Country Boy Nina says, I like the Fugitoid from that line. And I like the Fugitoid too. You know, we just talk like that. You know?
Mirage Rat King is going to be jaw-dropping. So they say.
That's when
All
your
right.
favorite lady wears a one-piece swimsuit, and you're like, golly gee, she looks great.
Look at the gams on that one.
Look at the gams on that girl.
All right, so we're on to a very slow moving line, but it's also there's a lot of stuff you probably don't want. There's a lot of things you do want, or a few things you do want that you'll never get, like a Tatsu. But man, when they release Professor Perry and you're like, I don't want, and then you get them and you're like, wow, this is probably the best movie figures that they've ever released because the likeness is so spot on. It looks so good. This, like, they're really getting to the point where 1/12 scale kind of melts your face, much like this Bro Toys God of War that I've got, which you're not really going to get a good look at here, but the review comes out this week.
Bro
But the
toys.
Bro Toys over on 5K Toys website, but their God of War figure, it doesn't make sense to be 1/12 scale, have that much detail in the sculpt and the paint, and the face looks real. There's like gloss on the eyeballs. But that's what NECA was doing with Professor Perry, where you're just like, wow, this is actually becoming my favorite figure in the line just based on the artistry behind it. You know?
Right.
The Turtles will always be my boys for the first movie. And I've said it so many times that I could get rid of everything in this place and just keep the 4 original Turtles. That's where I started this whole channel anyway. But I could have just those 4 guys and I'd be happy because every time I look at them, they're just spectacular. So we're getting some of the, and the Toka and Razar. I mean, they are absolutely stunning, and those things are a few years old now. So I mean, there's something about the movie line and the studios that they're working with, whoever, the movie studios. But these things are fantastic, and I hope that we get some more April versions with their newer tech to have like that Professor Perry quality. And the Kino, let's face it, Kino looks really good. But I gotta put the movie stuff as S tier all day long. This stuff is absolutely, it's perfect. Even the Turtles 3 stuff is just kind of like it doesn't hold as much joy having them on the shelf. They're super limited, and it's just like they're fun, but I can also just put them away where the first and second movie, everything is just so good.
Solid perspective.
And I promise next time I'll let you go first.
No, you know what? It's your birthday week. You do what you got to do, bro.
Well, good. Now it's your turn.
Come on, man. This line. I mean, this is the line. S tier, S tier. Dude, is there a better movie line than the TMNT? Like, I mean, what is there to say that you haven't just said? You know what I mean? It's like the best sculpts. They look exactly like the characters. Not just this scale. I also loop this into the 1/4 scale. You know, turtles that are just beautiful. I still look at those things and I'm like, these things are fucking gorgeous. Like this is, yeah, whatever. Maybe there was some, there's some hiccups along the way. Danny's too small. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I've seen people fix that. I should do it one day. But like overall, like find me like a better movie line. Find me a more accurate, better movie line of like, somebody took a movie, made action figures from it, went super inside baseball, on accessories, on other things, to the point where, look, the tattoo thing is not really their fault. You know, it's a rights thing. Like, you
Right.
can't just make a figure of that guy. You know what I mean? It's just, it's amazing. It's an amazing line. And you know, it's like the gold standard of movie lines.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree. And the exclusives are all great. What all were exclusives? You got the Spirit Splinter and then the Kino with the scooter. Those are exclusives. Was that
Those are
it?
great exclusives. I mean, technically, would you say the TMNT 3 figures were exclusives? I mean, they were exclusive to Comic Con, and then they came out at Walmart.
No, because you could say that about the brothers. They all did that VHS pack.
Oh
And
shit! Hey,
technically, Toka
let
and
me
Razar were online exclusives, but they came back at least once.
hey, let me let my cat in. Hold on a second.
Okay, come on in, kitty. Yeah, I think these things are it's a no-brainer. These things are stunning, even if there's shelf warmers. Whatever, who cares? They're beautiful. It's Dan now. That's right. It's not Danny. Yeah, everybody wants the Sam Rockwell with the cigarettes. Never gonna happen, unfortunately. I just don't think. Well, who knows what Sam thinks? He's probably pretty pricey because he's an A-lister, but that's such a unique one. I don't know that NECA feels confident enough in releasing that guy from 30 seconds of a movie, but who knows?
But if there was any line to do it, it would be this line. That's how like
That's true.
that's how like well this line does, and how
Yeah, but we get a lot of shelf warmers. So we get some April shelf warmers. We get the farm packs on the shelf. We get the Splinter and Shredder
yeah, but
two-pack.
every line is gonna have shelf warmers, no?
Yeah, probably.
Actually, there might be one line that doesn't, and we'll talk about it. Or one but most lines in existence have shelf warmers. I will say that my favorite are Toka and Razor. I still look at those, and I'm just kind of like, not that, you know, not a knock against the turtles, but like just the wow factor. It's like, holy shit, dude, these things are so fucking cool.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, that's a good point. They are. It really is. It's just this is like we've said it before that NECA with Jim Henson, it's perfection. And those are all
Yeah.
examples of that. The Turtles, Toka Razar, and then when you step into the dinosaurs show, just stunning.
Yeah. What is it about those guys just know how to take like that Jim Henson like puppetry art and translate it to figure form so well. And even stuff that's not Jim Henson, like Alf. Like, is there going to be a better Alf figure than their Alf? Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just
Right.
like they just know how to translate that. I don't know.
It's crazy. It's
Yeah.
crazy. It's just a master class in toy making at a reasonable price too.
Yeah. Also, can we tell Rob Van Winkle to fucking hurry up with his rights?
No. I don't know how to tell him.
Fucking A, Vanilla Ice. Can you fucking just get, I know you make money and you probably don't need it, but can you be cool about it? Holy shit. That guy's probably asking for a bag of money, and it doesn't make sense for action figures, okay? He's probably like, "No, man, my likeness has got to be just fucking make with your likeness, pal. All right? Let's just get it going, Vanilla. All right? We understand, you know, like you have to, when you're talking about action figures, this is the thing that bothers me a little sometimes about like action figures and getting likenesses and likeness rights is some of these stars. I mean, I'll use that loosely. Like, don't understand that things have to taper off when you're talking about likenesses for action figures. The pot is not that crazy, okay? It's like the Jack Nicholson rights and how hard they are to get. It's because it's like a wild amount that he wants. So it doesn't scale properly with action figures. It's probably not even him. It's probably like his agent or manager or something like that. It's like I wish like these Hollywood companies would understand that like you can't you can't gouge like people upfront costs for likenesses, okay? Make it like some kind of like residual, or you know, you have to pay, you know, you get a percentage. That's fine. But like some of these things I've heard upfront costs about, like, oh, you want a license to this, $200,000 right out the gate. Dude, some of these toy companies can't pay you $200,000 for your likeness. It should be in scale. Talk about scale. I wish that Hollywood would understand, and I'm looping in guys like Vanilla Ice in Hollywood, that like shit has to scale with the thing you're getting likeness rights to. So there's not something that's gonna like make people millions of dollars. You know what I mean? So I wish that some of these guys and these agents, these fucking blood-sucking agents that do these deals, would understand that you have to scale things properly and then talk about likeness rights. Okay, it's fucking ridiculous shit. That's why you don't have Vanilla Ice. That's not Tatsu. I think that's a different story. I think he has some kind of like spiritual or a personal thing that he doesn't want to do that.
Yeah, maybe he's just pissed off about his experience with the film or something, getting voiced over or something.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like that might be. I think that's like a personal thing. I don't think he's like so expensive. I think there's a personal thing that's going on. But it's just like everybody, all you fucking stars, you have to scale your shit properly. Unless you just are against the idea of action figures like George Miller, which that's a different story. Like he just doesn't want Mad Max shit. He's just like, I don't like that. That's different. But like these guys that think that they're gonna get rich off of like, yeah, get my likeness. It's like, motherfucker, like this is gonna be an exclusive that comes out that a handful of people buy. I'm sorry, your Vanilla Ice figure is not gonna be bought by like the masses. Okay, it's gonna be a niche group of people like us, and that's all.
Wow. Well, all I have to say about that is that this portion of Hatter Rants is brought to you by Nostalgia Unbox. That's right. Nostalgia Unbox is a channel, but also a print shop, essentially. So you can go to Ko-fi.com/Nostalgia Unbox, go to the shop tab, and find some beautiful pieces that you can put into your collection. We've got digital downloads where you can DIY. That's do it yourself for you that don't know. You got van upgrades, you got apartment scenes, you got all kinds of stuff. But the latest and greatest item is this sewer lair hole covers. That's right. If you've got a NECA sewer lair or any sewer lair with big old holes in it, and you're sad about the fact that, well, those are just empty holes. Well, now you can finally smile about it with these inserts. And they apply super easily to any sewer lair. That's right. You just stick them on the back with a little piece of tape or some tacky stuff, and they're good to go. They come in the standard generic scene. You got Mousers coming to fight Splinter scene. You got an all original closet. That's right. This closet is scaled to fit into that sewer without actually being a walk-in closet. This is a two-dimensional image, folks. You cannot go inside. However, it has a bunch of stuff going on. There's all kinds of little Easter eggs and things. There's the space helmet from the Space Donatello. It just came out from Jason Yang. And then you got this training room that is also original concept. I mean, this is just like taking the idea of a training room and then putting it into a little hole. And these things are full square layouts. And I'm going to show you in real life what these things look like. But this allows you to slide them around and kind of get this perfect setup. So if you have something like this and you want to show a little bit more of the left or right, you can move them around. Same thing with this if you want to see more Mousers or if you just want a glimpse of and show the shadows. And the same thing over here. So these are super easy, super fun. They are available now. And they do ship worldwide. Unfortunately, international is a freaking nightmare. And I priced these in the packaging that they would be in a flat envelope, but because of their size, it's stupid expensive. So this is how big they are. So these are pretty big things. And then the circle allows you to kind of slide this thing around and see what you like the most. But these were super fun to do. And finally, after people asking me forever, these are the options. So we got 4 designs. You could buy all 4, save a little bit if you buy all 4. Or you can buy multiples of the same one. And who knows what'll come down the road if I continue to do more. If these 4 sell well enough, or any of them do, then I might do some more scenes, some more original ideas, or try to lock in some specific angles, because I know technically we should be seeing the kitchen in one of the angles. The training room is one of them, but it looks different from what I drew. And then from your perspective, when you're looking at a sewer layer, is technically the bedrooms. So maybe I'll do one just for fun of the bedrooms. Anyway, that section of Mad Hatter Rants was brought to you by New Prints.
I'm glad that I can bring to you that New Prints, because I love that idea. That was an idea that when Johnny told me that, I was like, that's going to be, even though I did not get that first layer, but I did pre-order the Donnie one.
Yeah, me too.
I still think that's a great idea. I love that aesthetically, you're not going to have that ugly ass open shoebox thing on the other side. I don't know why they couldn't just make that a fucking brick wall, but sure. And I just love the idea of just like I like the closet. I think that that's probably some of your best stuff. And I'm not just saying that because you just had happy birthday recently. So I'm excited about that one, and I will pick up a set for my Donnie Lab whenever it does come out. Don't cry, John.
You said some of my best stuff. It was really nice.
Yeah. Well, I mean, but if I knew you were going to cry, I probably wouldn't have said that because you're just fucking blubbering over here. But yes, buy some stuff from my guy, Johnny Nostalgia.
Now, I will add, and I appreciate that. I'm gonna just show off because these are not available yet. I got to still figure out to make sure that my cuts are proper. Oh, that's not right. How did I do that? Instagram desktop. So
and it comes with the figures, right?
That's right. No, pictures of the figures if you want. So the side walls that are all super generic and have like the cutouts and everything, this is design 1, and it is designed to work on both sides. So I have like a flipped version, and then like obviously this stuff is moved around. So you can buy one for the left or you can buy one for the right, and I will have an option where you can pay a little extra, and I will cut the holes out since I have this like circle cutter. Or you can pay a little bit less. It'll be filled in with just like a black hole, and you can just leave it like that. Or if you want to try cutting it out yourself, but obviously you want to use a circular cutter, not just like scissors or something. But yeah, I gotta test these to make sure, because right now they're scaled a little bit bigger than this hole. So I have to like cut them down to fit. And then I have to cut the circle and make sure that the circle lines up correctly. Because, obviously they could be a mess. Dang it. So that's one option that will be coming in the future. And then this is the other option, which this is all a complete for funsies thing. So you just got some kind of what would it look like on the other side of that wall for that room that we've never seen before. Or maybe this is like in between walls and it's just like you have to squeeze through to get in here. And Mikey hides his tapes in here. What are on the tapes? I don't know, but enough that he wants to hide them.
I mean, if Mikey's hiding his tapes,
he's a teenager and he's got his own tapes and he's hiding them. They can be anything.
Sure it is, Mikey.
Yeah. But there's like the fun little things you can look around. This is that emerald thing from like the early episodes where Baxter has it and they like shrink the turtles with it or something. I don't remember that episode, but that's the first time the turtles get shrunk down in size. Not babies, but they're shrunk. You got a cheese rat. You got a skull. There's just some fun stuff. And then over here, there's like ooze dripping down. And then this version of the pipe, instead of being like 3-dimensionals or whatever, is as if kind of like the sewer layer itself, if this was like a kind of cut cross section, this is like you're kind of seeing through the piping or whatever, but with the ooze dripping and all that stuff. Anywho, fun stuff, good times, hopefully. But those will be coming soon enough. Just be patient. That's all I ask, people. Come on, give me a break. Can you just relax? We got Square Rabbit with the $5. Thank you so much. Johnny, any chance you can create an air filter vent cover since Hatters is going away soon? Gonna miss that thing. Well, he did talk about last live stream just taking it from the slumlord's possession and having it.
Steal it. I still might steal it. I don't know.
Worst case, I'm gonna draw something you can hang on your wall.
There you go.
Which I already want to not miss shirt. So
yes, for sure. Trash Around My Plastic, who gave me this very generous $2 super chat. But Trash on Plastic, how about send me? Trash on Plastic he said he's going to send me a cornucopia of stuff. I still don't have it. Okay, but he did send me this $2 super chat. And he said I blame Metallica. I think he's talking about the rights and the licensing as well. Let's just quickly just go through just some of these other chats. Sam Rockwell. We got Royalty Ramen Toys.
Whoa.
Right here. A man that does know about licensing and the pitfalls with therein. Ramen Toys, likewise to a Tom Cruise figure, is not going to be.
Yeah, you probably have to go through the Church of Scientology for those.
Yeah, I don't think he does. I don't think he does. I don't think Tom Cruise. In fact, I know he doesn't because there was going to be a Funko of Tom Cruise based on that stupid Mummy movie, and he stopped it from coming out. So like if you can't get a Funko out of Tom Cruise, then you're not getting any action figure. And Johnny, you have a wild super chat right here, a happy birthday super chat. Do you want to land on it, or you want me to do it?
I'll do it. I do want to address this, but as of right now, no, because I'm out of arcades. But if anything, I'm just going to have stickers that I'll make available, because this last round of 4-player arcades, I actually found my print shop was able to do sticker sheets. So I will, instead of just having to glue everything by hand like I previously did, I now have stickers. So I could likely offer the stickers, but you'll have to have your own arcade to do that.
Yeah.
So here we go. TMNT 1987. Bringing that heat with the $20. Thank you so much, Jay. He says hi. Or no, he doesn't say hi. Actually, he says
nope. He never said hi.
He said, yeah. Need that side of the layer custom size. I will give you dimensions later. LOL. Okay, bye. Haha. Also, these Friday morning streams, I hang out with you guys as I work. Hey, that's the best way to work, is by not.
Right. By not working, by, wouldn't it be great if, not great, but if like TMNT 1987, not fired, but got talked to because he's like, hey, you're listening to too much stuff at work, you're being distracted, and we are part of his downfall.
I would hold that as like a gold star on my end.
I kind of would. Ramen Toys with the HK25. Thank you, sir. Just like, please be patient with the Musk. It'll come. We are working out things to ensure there are no issues. Modularity is more than meets the eyes. Guys, the Musk is still on deck. I get this question at least once a week, if not multiple times a week. What's happening with the Musk? I've told this to Ace before, that I have become sort of like the de facto ambassador to the Musk, even though I don't know more than anybody. Okay, I know, Ace keeps things pretty close to the vest. So it's not like I get the info, I mean, sometimes I do, but a lot of times I know when people know. The Musk is coming. That Ramen Racer, I'm in doing a move, but I did get that in, is beautiful. Okay. And as is other products from Ramen Toys. So the quality, I'm sure, is going to be amazing. So I will say, let this man cook. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let him cook.
Yeah. Let him cook. Plus, he's got so much going on.
Exactly.
There's constantly stuff. So, and they're a small company. So
it's
what? If you got a problem with it, send me a DM and I will ignore it.
Yes, but the overall theme is let the man cook. You'll be happy. We're not going to rush out a thing like the Musk.
I would rather. And I think the difference too is that Ace is the place for the helpful hardware store. That's not right.
Yeah, there you go.
If you want products that like you're happy to own, or if there's an issue, know that the company is going to replace it or fix it, they do that. So that means that if there's a delay to make sure that the product is right when it goes out, then hey, you know what? I'll accept that delay. You're a small company, you got a lot going on. There's different things that come around a holiday, stuff like that. So yeah, we can relax. There's plenty of companies out there that do not give us the respect that we deserve for giving them all our money.
I know.
And then
the one we're doing a tier list about.
Yeah. We'll have to do a toy company tier list next.
Yeah.
Hey, Johnny, hope your birthday was good, big boy.
There you go, big boy.
It was good. Thank you very much. And then we got Trash Around Our Plastic showing up over here with the $2 and says, I guess Mikey like Eddie Murphy and Andrew Dice Clay. What does that mean?
What does that mean?
I don't know.
Oh,
I don't know what it's in regards to, but hey,
what if hey John, what
thank
about
you.
Andrew Dice Clay who talks about toys? He goes, "Hey, NECA, this TMNT turtles more like." Nah, I got nothing. All right, let's keep on going.
Maybe that was supposed to be an S. He likes them, and that's what the VHS are. Doesn't matter. Anyway, let's move on. We've got 3 more things to do, and you got to get to work at some point today. So
Yes.
the next up on the list is The Last Ronin. Now, this is a line that started with just The Last Ronin, no spoilers, and you got 2 variants of him, and then it was like, okay, people seem to like it. Seems to be doing pretty good. And then they were like, how about we make everything from this comic and we do it within a year? So it was variants, it was red, then it was black and white, then it was let's give you Mikey, let's give you Raphael, Leo, Donnie, Splinter, foot soldiers, you got the Sinja bots. There's so much beautiful stuff coming from this line. There's so much potential from this line. You got the end of the comic where you got the 4 brothers without any of their gear on, so you kind of get this more classic look, but in a Last Ronin Ben Bishop style. God, I am all in. No, that's not true. I'm not all in because there's certain things I don't have. But I absolutely love these things. I just recently did the Michelangelo review, which we talked about earlier. That line is absolutely perfect, and I did promise I'd let you go first.
I'm not stopping you. And
I'm
now
trying
you have
to just I'm trying
no,
to
you have to
host it, and
you
it's
have to continue now.
yeah. I promise at some point in the past you could do the monsters first. This it's pure artwork. It's taking the best of Ben Bishop and Louis Delgado. Is that his name? Shit.
Oh, you fucked up.
The color artist who doesn't get enough recognition, but the guy that's doing all the color work for Ben Bishop's inking. So you got it's the 3 names. It's on the bottom. Are you looking?
I'm looking right now.
Right underneath.
Well, no, this is not Last Ronin. Sorry, this is Mirage.
What a loser. He doesn't know the difference. Everybody look at it, screenshot it. Oh, clip that. Clip that for being a big dummy. I love you, man. Last Ronin, it's beautiful work from the comics to sculpt to painting to everything. I am so all in. This is not all in. I keep saying that. I'm so all about it. But Last Ronin is absolutely an S tier for me. No doubt about it.
Damn it.
Now it's your turn. Unless you prefer awkward silences.
No, I mean everything you said is right. The Last Ronin line is amazing. But there's going to be a but here, okay? And the reason why I'm being silent is because I'm just trying to I'm thinking. I'm really just trying to think hard. This
Think
is
hard.
a beautiful, huh?
Think hard.
This is a beautiful line. Even things that are like more ancillary, like those Sinja bots, are just amazing. Okay. But I'm gonna go A tier. And again, these are incremental. These are not the difference between S tier and A tier is not a football field. Okay. It's a few feet. Okay. And I think it's because of the Last Ronin himself. Is that he doesn't seem to. I wish that I almost like the other brothers more. Not
Yeah.
almost. Like I like the other brothers more than the Last Ronin, and I feel like I should. Like I don't. Maybe it's the posability or the. Go ahead.
I think There's also the fact that the flashback stuff is in a different art style.
Yeah, it's in a different art set. Like I'm missing a bit of uniformity, and I wish that last Ronin was maybe a bit more, maybe, or at least as posable as the brothers. You know, that last Ronin is, don't get me wrong, he's a great figure, but he's kind of like a statue almost. So that's what's kind of keeping me, and the fact that he is the last Ronin and again, he's beautiful on his own, but I don't know if he matches the brothers very much, and I've never they've never synced up very well for me. So
Which
um
I
that's the negative. The positive is the whole line is fucking beautiful.
right.
Okay, that the positive is just mirroring what you said. The whole line is beautiful. So I'm gonna give it an A tier, which A tier is pretty fucking respectable.
It is. I won't deny that. Pretty fucking respectable. So, I guess, just to kind of talk about the the difference between them. I think that The Last Ronin is pulled from the pages really well. And I think that the brothers are pulled from the pages really well. And because they're all flashbacks, the colors, the styles are different. It they don't I mean, they should never be in the same scene together because they weren't. But uh yeah, I understand what you're saying. The Last Ronin really it's a darker, grittier, it doesn't have any of that comic brightness that you get
Right,
from the flashback
right,
stuff, which makes them so gorgeous. The line work, like actual outlines, you don't really have that from The Last Ronin,
yeah.
but everybody else seems to get it. All right, so tell me which figure is your favorite out of the line so far? Obviously, we don't know Donatello in person yet.
I say easily for me is that Raphael figure, and we'll just go with the regular variant. It doesn't have to be the bloody one. I just love the sculpt. I love how you can pose him. Every pose of his is like a winner. I'm not even like as good at posing as you are, but like you just put him in any average pose. He's just a winner. The screaming head is a winner. I love it. I love. I that's one of the best Raphaels.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. It's stunning. The flashback brothers, the colors. I mean, if you watch the Michelangelo review, I show them all together and
Yeah,
they're beautiful by their own on their own, but when you put them together, all of their colors complement each other in ways that they never have done before. Usually because they're all just, naked, like shells and bodies, so they all kind of blend together. But with the clothing and the contrast of colors and the skin tones, the the blues with the browns and the reds with the browns, like that, it's just wonderful. So
yeah.
my personal favorite is Leonardo out of that line. I just
Oh, I
cannot
gotta
get
love
over
it.
those colors. They complement just the one figure alone because you get blues, reds, browns, greens. They just look so good.
Yeah. Just some chats here. I feel like they need to revisit the actual Last Ronin figure. I get he's bigger in the future, but he looks more like a movie version of the character. He's not. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's a great way to articulate it. He looks like a movie version of the character. I want another Last Ronin. I don't mind that he's bigger, but like with like I wish he was closer to what we are getting now. Bushman said it good too. He's got Lionel syndrome. You go first in the line, you end up being the weakest looking back. So I would not mind, as I think a lot of people would not mind, maybe like a redo um, on that one. I mean, it doesn't negate the first one; you can keep the first one, but I would like to do. I would love if they did a redo. And you have a super chat, Johnny.
Okay. Give me just a
Here,
second here.
I'll just put it on the screen for you. There you go.
Give me just a second here. Trying to
I
do
put it
something.
on the screen already.
I'm doing something. Can you
You want me to read it for you?
no, just can you what's the thing you say whenever you
Can you not to use salty language? Hold your horses.
No, can you give the people something while I'm looking at something here?
Hey, everybody. So we're talking Last Ronin here with my buddy Jonathan Nostalgia. Let me just keep on going through chat. We'll go back to your super chat in a second here. Trash around my plastic. Love my Casey Jones. Raph is still top for me. Yep. Casey, my favorite cast. I'm definitely biased, but also an amazing figure. That's my choice for the best of the set. Even though Casey looks like Walton Goggins, still sweet. He does. Ronin set looks like the comic. I give it an S. Eat my ducks, Johnny. Okay, sure. You guys sharing fan pussy pics on the stream. I can't remember when you guys are starting your posing and fan animal competition. I don't know what's.
I don't know. That's what I was going after, so I wanted to mute that.
By the way, love your movie Mayhem. Ronin T-shirt. Bought it day. There you go, Jonathan.
Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that.
You want to go back to the super chat there, John?
Yeah.
Go ahead. Take control. Take control, Ski.
We got trash around my plastic. Is that the one we're talking about here? Because I saw something else.
Yeah, there you go. That one.
Okay. Yes. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm 50. In my day, teens used to hide their dirty comedy tapes.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, we definitely did. My brother had stuff under his mattress. But trash around my plastic. Thank you for the $5. I appreciate that. You're always
that's what he was talking about. I think the Eddie Murphy and Andrew Dice Clay tapes is because those were very blue back in the day.
Right. Understood. Understood.
And we got to talk about I'm your boy with the 5 Mad Hatter Review memberships. Thank you, sir. 5 lucky. God, you're lucky. God, I wish I could not become a member so I can become a member of the Mad Hatter channel. God, 5 lucky. Take the day off. Take the day off, people that got that membership, because you won today. Okay, nothing better is going to happen
That's
today.
right.
So thank you. I'm your boy. I'm your boy for the super chat.
That's very kind of you. So TMNT 1987 wants to know, Hatter, if we got Naked Ronin, we got custom soft goods. So that Griff with the gift, is that his username? At least on X, Griffin. Griff makes a lot of custom stuff, and he was taking the movie turtles and turning them into Last Ronin. They all had soft goods, like soft goods wrapped white bandages and stuff. Stunning. Yeah, I think if you got a naked Last Ronin figure and then you got somebody to do custom soft goods, I think that would be. But again, you're still kind of more movie look, which seems to be hitting the nail on the head. But what are your opinions on everything I just said?
I mean, I gotta say that when I'm naked, all of my goods are soft goods.
Oh, that's sad.
Wait, why did I say that as a flex?
No, yeah. In your 40s, yeah.
Welcome to your 40s, Johnny.
All your goods are soft. Oh, that's what she said.
Yes, I agree. I agree with all that.
All right, so yours was Raphael. Mine was Leonardo. You go first. Do you want to talk? Because these are kind of scaled a little different. We should probably end on the Toon one. But what do you want to do? Do you want to start with Archie?
Let's go to Archie.
Okay.
Archie. Archie Comics Turtles. Very exciting. Very well done so far. But I will say, since the line has come out, not a lot of heat, not a lot of new to it. You know what I mean? Like they had this exciting announcement, Mighty Mutanimals, right? Like, all right, I'm ready. Okay, you get Jaguar, you get Ray, you got some good ones, and then it just sort of like just went away. You know what I mean? And there are things that are still in the ether that you're thinking of, like the wrestling turtles,
Mondo.
But they have say again.
Mondo,
the belly bomb. This line made the best Slash. I still have to that's still my favorite Slash, the Archie Comics Slash. But so it's not a quality thing. To me, it's just the inconsistency of like let's go big already. You know what I mean? Like let's see some turtles. Let's see more in the line. I just feel like I'm getting video game vibes where it's just like stuff comes out, then there's a lot of silence.
Yeah.
And as a result, I have to, again, as nothing, not artistically, not sculpt wise, but the handling or the excitement or lack thereof and lack of updates, I have to put it into the B category. And remember, all of this is still, if you're on this list, you're still good. I mean, if they were F, they would still be one of the really good lines. But I'm going to put this in B, Archie, and I will say that my favorite in the line is Slash, easily.
Okay. That's because you don't have this wrestling ones yet, or you just they weren't as good in person?
No, they look great, but I mean, they're not out yet. No word on when they're coming out. They showed them last Comic-Con,
Yeah.
and it's like, not that I'm in a rush to buy another fucking 4-pack, but I'm just saying that, like, I just feel like like, I think since you have all these lines, NECA, you need a healthy distribution throughout the year of like updates or something. You know what I mean? I have not heard any, like, there's not been any updates. It's been just those few figures that came out, and then that's it. You know what I mean? Nothing during Holothon. So, I'd have to. That's me. That's what I'm saying. That's
right.
what I'm saying, and I'm sticking
Okay.
to it.
I like it. So my thoughts, Archie line. I like the look of the Archie line, and this is what we talked about previously on one of these episodes, previously on our show. The not having the 4-pack of the brothers from, like, without being wrestling figures is crazy. I know you could substitute the cartoon line, but that's
Right.
not the same. It's just
Right.
not the same. There's extra cutesiness, plumpness, roundedness with the Archie line. And you see that big time with Krang. Like, Krang
Yep.
is a very cute looking Krang. He's not all so
Yeah.
I want to see that with the rest of the figures, and you got to get those 4 brothers out, and you got to get the brothers out to know if this is a line that people are going to go hard in. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
you got Jaguar and the other boys. I don't remember. And then this Mondo looks cool. Belly Bomb looks cool. A lot of people are excited for Belly Bomb. That's how you can get at least, I don't know if it's Krang or just a Krang.
Yeah.
But I want to see that line in its plumpness, which very much, I know we talked about this before, when Playmates released the cartoon style turtles that were the brighter colors, and the artwork on those packages looked different even still from the cartoon. That art style from those cards is what Archie reminds me of. So I would be excited to see the brothers, but because of all of those reasons, everything you said, everything I've just said, I am going to put them, because they are beautiful, good art, good artistic approaches. They're going to be probably down here, just a little, yeah, visually better than video game, but the choice and the direction of who they're going after first is kind of crazy to me. I want to see all of our main people first to know if this is a line worth going after. You know what I mean? There was like a whole Brian Flynn with Super 7 talking about. You always start with your main characters first, and then you do like wave 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever, and start to get weirder. NECA's approach this time is just really ass backwards, as they say.
Yeah.
My favorite from the line, not knowing much. I mean, I've seen Slash in person. I've seen Man Ray, or whatever his name is in that. I think I'm gonna go, just based on the videos you walking through. I think I'm gonna go Mondo. If Krang had his own set and wasn't with Belly Bomb, it'd probably be the Krang, because he's got his eyes.
Mondo's not out yet.
Mondo Gecko. Yeah, I know, but he was on display.
Okay, all right.
Yeah. So that's it with those. I know we're gonna start running out of time for you. Do you want to just jump into the tune stuff, or do you want to talk to people a little bit, or
Anything we missed in the chat? Let's just go through the chat real quick. You got a super chat right here, Johnny. Gotham Sucker says NECA's been real slow recently. Wrestling Comic, the one with Calic are the only ones that has a kid. I would love those wrestling figure SEC exclusive. Anyone? Question mark, exclamation point, question mark, exclamation point, go on and go on. Joey Halom, thank you for the kind words of encouragement. My boy Joey Halom in the house. You got a super chat right here, Johnny boy. Go ahead and read it. You can't. Doesn't say anything.
What? That's weird. When I go to the starred section, it just kidding. Yeah, there's nothing. It's just the $5. Hey, DZ, thank you. This live stream is because of you. All of this is because of you. So if again, just a reminder, man, if people hate it, it's on you.
That's true. Well, actually, he did say, since you fellas took my recommendation, I now accept you as my two dads. Oh, private for you to be gentle during. I don't know if be gentle during birthday celebration. I don't know if like we would work as like. Remember the show My Two Dads with from the 90s with the chick from what is it, Step by Step or whatever? Like it was like one of the dads was Paul Reiser, and then there was like another. Do you remember that show at all? Was it My Two Dads? Did anybody remember that? God, am I the only one that remembers that show?
You might be the only one.
Okay, NECA's making figures of them. But yeah, Paul Reiser. Yeah, there you go, Paul Reiser. This was a show, guys. I'm not fucking making it up. But there was like a nerdy dad and there was the cool dad. Which dad do you think I would be if you had to?
Since I remember the show so well.
Yeah. I would be you would be the dad who's like very like, like it's the Odd Couple. Okay, let's just fucking face it. All right, it's just like, I'm like, hey, let's take off and go to McDonald's, and you're like, McDonald's? She just ate. You know what I mean? Like you're just
right.
Let's just face it. You're not.
That's true. That's true. It's very true. I'm like, we don't need fast food unless it's Taco Bell, and even now they're getting crazy because they're going to get rid of all their potato things, and the prices have gone way up. So
that's stupid. True. That's
so
true.
Why don't we'll just make food here? It's cheaper.
Yeah. What's the show? My Two YouTubers. There you go. That's the name for the show. John, if you and I, if we were in My Two Dads, that child probably would die, would starve to death. I would just.
Oh
say,
yeah.
I'm gonna say. Okay. Yeah, there you go. I'd be the cool musician. Yeah, I'd be like, yeah, come on, let's go to McDonald's. Like but don't tell John.
So you're Uncle Jesse like, and I'm Uncle Joey, or am I?
You're
my dad.
I mean, I wish I was Uncle Jesse, but let's face it, like Uncle Jesse, like he's real cool. You know what I mean? I'm more like I don't know.
Yeah, and he even aged to still be really cool.
Huh?
He still aged in real life to still be really cool and handsome and stuff. And it's like, we're not doing that.
Yeah, I'm more like I don't apply to any of that. I'm more like the mechanic in the A-Team, whatever his name is, I forget, who's just a fucking crazy person. So
yes.
Yeah. that's probably the guy I identify with the most. Okay, let's talk. $1,000 equals Danny Turner, Matt Hatter because Joey Gladstone. Cut it out. Okay, Stacy Keena, yes, Step by Step. There you go. Oh my God, I had a crush on that Step by Step girl, and also the brunette from Step by Step.
Oh, Ashley Banks for me, man. Fresh Prince.
Ashley, yes. Well, I had a crush. Well, there was the Topanga crush. There was I had a lot of crushes. Okay.
Yeah.
None of them came true. Thank God. Okay. So let's go into the cartoon line. The cartoon line to me, if you know or you don't know, if the Mirage Ninja Turtles set in 2007, 8, whenever was the first, then the cartoon line is the thing that soared the NECA TMNT line into the stratosphere. I think that when that, and it wasn't even when the first pack came out. It was like when it was, I remember what happened. It was like that first pack came out in STCC, was an 8-pack. It was doing okay. Like it was doing okay. You know what I mean? Like people were interested. Then came those 2-packs where it would be like Shredder and Leonardo, 2 foot soldiers. That was there for a while. But then when that Bebop and Rocksteady came out, everybody was like, oh, fuck. This line is going to be a fucking problem.
Yeah.
So that, and then it got it soared into the atmosphere, and it has become, I think, and there are issues, but I believe it has become similar to the 1990 movie, the gold standard of how to take a cartoon line and make it, how to take a cartoon and make it into like a toy line. So much so that, like, I wish they would do other things. Like, I wish they would do Thundercats. I wish they would do
Oh,
I wish, just because, like, their commitment to not only just having the cartoon aesthetic, but having all these accessories that are inside, like baseball and
dude, I
the
know.
love, huh?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, it's wild, and I still, it's one of the lines that gives me the most happiness when I look at it. So I gotta say, if there's anything that's an S tier, it's it's this thing. It's the cartoon line, solidly in the fucking S tier. And in terms of my favorite, can I do two of
Save
them?
it. Save it.
Okay, all right, go ahead.
It's gonna be hard, I think, to pick favorite tunes. I mean, this line has gotten so out of control that they're now doing this stuff that is all made up.
Yeah,
But the points do matter. You know what I mean? This isn't Whose Line Is It Anyway? This is NECA Cartoons. And this and the Samurai are some stunning figures that don't have anything to do with the cartoon.
right.
um, you toss in a bunch of Usagi Yojimbos, but I think you really got to pull all of them out except for the original release because they're all not Ninja Turtles. But you're
Right.
getting some. You're just they're doing so much now. Art wise, yeah, great. Are there issues? Sometimes, but then they seem to fix it, like April, but they didn't totally fix it because she still got the stupid elbows. But that was also them going, you know what? Can we give people what they really want? Fix the issues that we had, because technically we already released her, and we're not really into re-releasing figures in this line. Um, Are there some exclusive? Yeah, but they're weird things like Dark Donatello, the Dark Turtle rather, which you don't necessarily need. They
Yeah.
keep releasing the turtles so you can get what you need and get into the line. Man, this is tough. I mean, they're doing so much, the reason they're doing so much is because of the people, because people are buying every single thing that they make. So they just keep making and keep making and keep making accessories, sewer layers, street scenes, all this stuff. We have no idea what's going to come. I kind of want that effort put into some of the other lines. Like for me, The Last Ronin, I want more and more and more and more and more of that stuff. Just keep going. Go hard into it. You get Casey Jones' daughter. That would be awesome. Whatever her name is. And then the tune stuff this is very hard for me because there's a lot of stuff that I don't own, and it'd be fine not owning. But that kind of goes with all of these lines for me, doesn't it? There's no line that I'm 100% in.
If you put that tune line in anything but S tier, I'm gonna fucking fly over there and I'm gonna punch you right in the face.
Thank
All right.
God. Just fucking get over here so we can meet and
I know, but it's gonna
make
be
some
a fight.
content.
I mean, it's. I mean,
I like, part of me wants to just put him in the A tier
oh no.
because there are some issues, but then I'm like, oh, but they made the turtle van. I've never had a van that has been like that before. I've never had a Bebop and Rocksteady before that was cartoon accurate. So I think I'm gonna unfortunately put it in S tier.
Oh, okay. Oh, guys, everybody in the chat, thank God.
That's right. Y'all can
Thank
breathe.
God. Thank. You know what? Sometimes clarity comes upon my guy, and he does the right thing because, oh boy, oh my God. Okay, all right. There you go.
Jabal, thank you so much for purchasing whatever it was that you bought over in Ko-fi. I assume it's going to be those sewer inserts. Could be anything, though. But thank you. I appreciate it. Even if it's a $1 item or whatever, I don't care. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, there you go. There you go. There you go. Good job, Jabal.
Boy.
Okay. You have the daddy. I need $400. You have to. I think it must be acknowledged that in terms of scope and completion, and I mean, what's better than that tune line? I know you don't have all of them, but it's just like,
yeah, I look at it from like, for me, the Last Ronin is an absolute work of art. So I can collect stuff that I don't know. Like Mirage is high, but I don't really collect a lot of this stuff. But to me, it's the artistry of the sculpt, the paint work, the execution by the time it actually gets to you. Because some brands like Super 7, the sculpt is there, the paint is there, but then when it's produced and shipped, it's not there.
right? It's not there. Right.
So that's a lot of this. I mean, there's figures here that I have that don't even belong to an IP, or are just like super random, but I love the artistry behind them, that I own them and collect them, keep them.
I know, but the artistry is also limited by the source material.
No,
Yeah,
I
you know what I'm
agree.
saying? So like in terms of translation of source material,
Yeah,
I mean, what's better? You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like you have, like, for instance, like I don't like the cartoon Slash.
right.
I don't like, but that's because I don't like the cartoon design of Slash. He looks like fucking Scooby Dumb. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, the
doesn't.
cartoon Toku and Razar, for me, it's that way.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, so so they're working within those parameters, but I mean, to me, we're gonna look back. Mark my words. People, stitch this and don't let it get lost in time. Looking back, the NECA TMNT cartoon line is going to be one of, like, it's going to be like the gold bar. It's going to be like the standard of like wow, that was, we can't believe we did that shit. Like,
Mhm.
that was insane. Like, how the fuck did that happen? How did we do all that shit? You know what I mean? Like, that's my opinion.
Yeah, I think it's a fair opinion. Now, the people want to know, what's your favorite out of the line? I mean, that can be,
God.
you can pick the brothers because they're all the same. So if you
No, this is
say the
so hard,
turtles,
man.
it's like, well, that's technically 4, but they all mirror each other. It's fine. So if you're gonna pick outside of the turtles or whatever, I think you kind of got to go with one. I know you mentioned you wanted to do 2, so maybe you can do like a runner-up.
This is so hard.
It is. There are too many figures in this line. I know it's going to be Irma, but I want to hear the reason why.
I love that there's an Irma that there's an Irma figure. It's
I agree. I think she needs a little bit more love and care to get like another release, like a more proper release. Maybe the superhero version.
Can you imagine if they did a giant Irma?
Be great.
Fucking great. I'll tell you what I'm between. Can I tell you what I'm between?
Yeah.
I'm between Casey Jones.
Oh,
However,
regular.
Casey Jones with the new, like, old body with the new head.
Okay.
Because that new head is perfect. It's a perfect Casey Jones head. I'm between him and Krang, because Krang
Big
is
boy
another
Krang.
one that when I saw it
Android?
huh?
Android Krang?
Sorry, Android Krang.
Okay.
There's so many good ones in that line, but like,
Man, is he a real pain in the ass to stay on the shelf, though?
he is. I love Casey
You can
Jones so
also
much.
think about the $300 sewer lair, $125 street scene, or the $250 turtle van.
I think that van is okay. I've given my opinion on the van. Like, I think it's okay. I think I would, for me, I wouldn't put that on there.
Yeah.
But I will say, if you take suit Casey Jones's head and you put it on old Casey Jones's body, you have the perfect Casey Jones. And I just laugh every time I see that figure, and I think of his dumb voice and how violent he is, and like all the weapons in his back. I'll say, and it might just be a personal thing. I'll say Casey Jones.
It is a personal thing. That's
No,
exactly
no, but meaning like it's not that like he is the maybe the beacon of aesthetic of the line, but like like
right.
I just think it just came together for me, and I just love it. So
Well, that's a great answer. This is a tough one. Because there's so many good ones, man. Rex 1 is beautiful. Mondo super fun, but he was overpriced. He was like $42 on release. But you can get him cheaper than that, aftermarket, and still new. The Turtle Brothers are okay because they're kind of like the lowest in articulation. If you want to get real picky, they're a little too tall, but none of that bothers me. The scale.
April is beautiful.
April, yeah, the updated April is fantastic. Baxter Stockman is really good.
Yeah,
very well executed. Splinter is like one of the only ones with the soft goods besides that Usagi. They've done so many weird characters that I think if I had the full list in front of me, this checklist is only like a partial one. If I had the full list and I just started throwing everything out, it would be easier to nail it down. But I'm thinking of like Muckman is fine, but he's so rare and random. He's going to get pushed off to the side. The punk turtles or frogs, they're gone. All the generic characters are gone. So it's coming down to like Rex 1, the turtles, the space Donatello, Samurai Mikey. What was the other thing I had in my brain? Oh no, I've forgotten. April maybe. Anyway, I think
super chat right there too.
I think for me, oh no, I'm gonna narrow it down to one of these two.
Oh wow, a variant.
Yeah. And I think just based purely on all the things that I rate things on, like the artistry, the design, the execution, the accessories, I am gonna go with this one.
Wow, that figure is your favorite from the whole cartoon line.
Yeah. How many people are upset? It's like the reasons why this happens, I think, is because one, it's one of the newer things to come out. So like the tech is better. The sculptors, they're getting the best of the best now to work on these things. The design is so well executed by Jason on both of these, really. There's hints of nostalgia and different things like this. Jetpack is technically from an episode where Leonardo uses it as like a water propulsion system. There's all these like nods to things, and there's just, so when you look at it, there's so much like, oh, but it's also Raphael Playmates space, and this is the Leonardo, like, so there's more. It goes deeper than just the visuals of the execution.
Wow. Okay. All right. You got a super chat right here, Johnny, by the way. Carl Woolley.
Objectively, it is Anthrax or Metalhead.
There you go.
Thank you for the $2. The Metalhead is good.
Chrome Dome. Let's just go through some ones that maybe you want to rethink or not rethink, but Splinter, Baxter Fly were amazing. By the way, all of these are amazing. Chrome Dome, Rocksteady and Bebop. That was on my list too. I was thinking about it. Dark Turtle. I love NECA TMNT. It's my number one line, but all TMNT. I drive the Underground Arsenal. It's a good, and I'm Merman. He keeps reminding us that he's Merman, but thank you, Merman. I thought you'd go Usagi's another one. I forgot that one existed, but yeah, that's up there. Not even an actual cartoon character. Way to cheat.
Hey, it's in the line.
Yeah, I mean, I made a whole movie based on my whole two dads thing. People still talking. There was a lot of sitcom chat, by the way. I think somebody was suggesting maybe we do a sitcom, maybe old school sitcom tier list. And maybe, John, we can discuss figures we would want from that tier list, because
we had to do
I'll tell
research ahead of time.
What happened?
We'll have to do some research ahead of time.
We'll do some research. I will tell you this: I would buy 100% a Stephanie Tanner kid and adult 2-pack. You know what I mean? Like Full House and Fuller House. I'm just saying. You got best cartoon figure me's Chrome Domes. Chrome Dome is great. That's the Ground Chuck and Dirtbag. Another great. So there's a lot. That's why this line. That's why this line is firmly S tier, because you can think of so many. It's hard to decide. It's like almost impossible to fucking decide. You know what I mean? So that's all I'm saying.
Yeah. I mean, if there's one, fuck, I don't know. I keep thinking about all of them. There's just like, I know people want an actual cartoon character, and I'm just like, the deeper I go into it, I'm like, yeah. I just gotta stick. I think I'm just gonna whatever. People are gonna be upset. Doesn't matter. You can't. Everyone's always upset. But that's kind of the fun of us doing this, and not them.
That's the exactly.
Because if they did it, it'd be like, oh, of course.
That's exactly. Oh, John, you know what would be a good exclusive? What about if there was a Full House line and the exclusive, the Comic-Con exclusive, is a Kimmy Gibbler?
Wow. He's a Build-A-Fig.
A Kimmy Gibbler Build-A-Fig. I love that. We got to get the Full House license.
Let's do it, man.
I think that's going to be the license we go for, guys. All right. I got to wrap it up before I get fired. John, should we go out on a rap since we didn't do our any music in the intro? Should we try rapping?
Go for it.
Okay, but don't shut it off, funny guy. While I'm rapping.
No.
Are you going to do a rap? Or are you going to do an in response rap?
We'll see. Because last time I did the rap and then you did a response and it was weak as shit. So
all right. So here we go. Me and my guy Johnny doing a tier list. He's lucky he put the cartoon on S tier because he'd get a fist if he didn't do that. Because I'd be like, where you at? Fly over to North Carolina. Nothing finer. Punch Johnny right in his vagina. Let him know that he's gotta in the next round do a better list. But let's face it, this was probably the best you can do. Nobody's saying boo. We got 300 people in the chat. That's where it's at. I'm really off today. I'm just gonna cut it off because I have nothing. I literally have zero. I came out hot out the gate with the fist line, and then I just choke. I just fucking choked.
Rapping Mad Hatter talking about a fist, and that was all just a clear miss. But this is the show, and it's time to go. I hope you had fun. And I'm the one that you all should be sending super chats to, because I am poor as well as you.
Oh, wait. That beautiful rap, by the way. You beat me. By the way, let me just say this on the Flipboard. Let me just quick plug, the quickest plug, guys. This some people asked me about this. I'm going to put it in the chat. There's a I can't. Oh no, I can't. Pre-order page. We got some art prints, signed art, and coins that we made, and I'm going to show you guys the coins at some point. But there's only a limited amount of these. Okay, we only produced, I don't know, a few hundred. So if you want the art print, if you want the bundle, you can get it. You get a Flipboard coin, and by the way, that is currency. Okay, that can be used pretty much anywhere, kind of like John Wick style. You know, you can fucking if you give me a coin, I have to do a favor for you, by the way, and I have to give the coin back. So limited for, and I'll keep that up for like a month or something, but it is limited, so it's up for a month or until it sells out, because we only could make a certain amount. So that's my Hatter plug. Check out the stuff on the pre-order store as well, and check out Johnny's Ko-fi stuff.
Always good to plug yourself. That's what I say.
Yeah.
And there's nothing weird about that. Also, thank you. It looks like Justin bought something over at Ko-fi store. Justin, thank you so much. You grabbed the sewer layer hole covers. Thanks for making those. Thanks for purchasing those. And one little thing I gotta say. Read the descriptions, people, whenever you're buying stuff from my store. I've had things that have been for free, literally listed for free, and then it says please read or must read, and then the first line is something about a DIY, doing it yourself. This is a digital download. It's free. So do it yourself kind of thing. And then I'll get an email a month later, and it's like, hey, when are you sending these out? And it's like, you wanted me to lose money to give you this thing? Anyway, so yeah, you
John,
can
why can't you just send it out for free? Just send it.
Yeah.
Just do it. You have a super chat, by the way.
Oops, I did the wrong link. I added an H at the end on an accident there. Carl says I'm buying Mattel with it. With what? The $2?
Oh, I think he's buying Mattel with the Flipboard gold coin.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Yes.
Good idea. So yeah, make sure you click the link that doesn't have the H in it if you want to go to my Ko-fi store. It's always in the links to the descriptions of the videos and all that stuff, bios on social media, whatever. Folks, look, today is a good day. And if we know anything about doing streams like this, then the